Okay, hi. So we have Scorpio and Taurus left. So if I shake Earth or air, then any sign, then we'll do Taurus. If I shake water or fire, then we'll do Scorpio. Deal? Okay. We shook Pisces. So if you just want to see here, we shook Pisces, and therefore, we're going to do Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your October general read, your monthly general read. Please check the description box for everything that you need to know, including how you can donate to the channel if you so choose. And thank you for those who donate. And a place where you can do your natal chart for free, and it's really comprehensive. Do check out your Rising Moon and Venus sign for additional messages. Today we're going to start with an Elle Oracle card, followed by a 10-card spread using the Lover's Path Tarot. I have 3 decks that I've been trialing. Well, I haven't really been trialing them. I bought them, and I've only been using them this month on the YouTube videos. So we're going to do that. And then we'll, of course, do our magnetic poetry. I am hoping today, because it is, I've been working overtime at my current gig. So I decided, hey, I might as well get a second part-time job, which is probably going to turn into a second full-time job. What that means is nothing for you, because I'll still try to do tarot. But it does mean that my week-long vacation that I'm in the middle of right now has turned into today being my last day that I'm not working. So, I'll be working like tomorrow, the next day, and probably, hopefully get one day off before I go back to my regular role, like my regular job, my day job. If I have 2 jobs, it doesn't really matter which one it is, right? Anyway, I have a new spread that I want to try with everybody for a love reading. And I have to do the Wheel of the Year reading for Samhain at the end of the month. So that's what I want to do. And I know it's like, yeah, right, Ash, you can't even get through all 12 signs some months. And especially lately, that's been hard. But, so we have to take care of ourselves, right? And that's been difficult for me. It could be difficult for you to prioritize yourself. Scorpio, she who nurtures, Colette, empathy, gentleness, and insight. I feel like, I want to say Sagittarius got the same one. You could be a Sagittarius, Scorpio, cusp individual. But there you have it. There is Colette. Beautiful artwork on these cards. It's an invitation to be empathetic with others in this regard, to give people, cut people some slack, but also to seek answers within about being kind with yourself. I think that was the impression that I got for Sagittarius, actually, and to have greater sight within, in order, because that is, of course, what insight is. And when you're kinder with yourself, then you can therefore reflect it outwards and be gentler with others as well. And I think there's also something about graciousness that has to do with this, with the gentleness here. Because, when we can be gracious and graceful with ourselves, we can also mirror that outwards as well. And that's important. I think it's important to be able to express empathy. There's a big difference. If you've ever worked in a customer service role, oh God, when I was in leadership, I used to do a lot of talking about the difference in between empathy and sympathy. I'm not going to go into that here. You can Google it. That's why we have Google, which we didn't have when I was a kid or a teenager. I think they had like 6 search engines when I finally had got the internet when I was 17 or 17-ish. Anyway. Let's go ahead and let's get your... Funny, a Scorpio actually gave this to me, and it's sitting on the deck that I'm using for you guys. Lover's Path Tarot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use this deck. It's really big, and I'm having a hard time actually shuffling it like a normal human. We're going to do a 10-card spread. It's known as the 10-card horseshoe. There's 2 positions, 2 cards for every position. As you well know, if you're a returning guest of mine, we do flippers and jumpers only, and I take a maximum of 3 if that so happens. When they flip or they jump. So you could get up to 6 cards for every 5. There are 5 positions in this spread, so we'll see how it goes. It's like learning a new language. I saw Leif Erikson. It's like learning a new language. Helps me catch up on my mind. You know, it's funny, this whole time when I've been doing all the October reads, I haven't actually had a lot of music come in. Normally I do. Had a lot more like phrases, words, impressions. Your intuition might be slightly blocked right now. Or you might be like an overcrowded mind. An overcrowded mind. Twist for fairness. Hold on, I'm melting some chocolate in a double boiler, and I should probably go take a look. 1 sec. Oh, also because I'm using a camera on my laptop, I keep on trying to touch the screen. That's also super funny. 1 second. Okay, lovely. All right, let's go ahead and let's get started for you. All right. First position. So we're gonna do your current energy, your current situation. This time, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Dear Life by Beck. Still reeling from the sticker shock. Dear Life, I'm holding on. Okay, we have a flipper. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Actually, you're the only sign that got this in the reverse, as far as memory serves. So there you have it. King of Pentacles in the reverse there for you. Sign of Taurus, masculine energy. Feeling a lack of stability in the home space for some reason, surrounded by either your material resources, your energetic resources, or your spiritual resources. Could very well be that I'm feeling like it's a security thing. And the reason that I'm feeling like it's a security thing is because that guy's it looks like a shield that he's holding. In fact. What else? Current energy for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, okay. Okay, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands there in the upright for you. Still getting used to it. Bear with me, guys. I'm still getting used to this thing, and it's got a little bit of a delay on it as far as the focus goes. But nonetheless, Knight of Wands. That's Sagittarian energy. Like I had said before, you might be a Sag Scorpio cusper. So born on the early side, the late side of October. But passionate action moving inwards towards you. You might not necessarily be ready to receive it there because you're not feeling secure in your home space. You're not feeling stable in your home space for some reason. It might be one of those things where it's like you're dating at this time and somebody wants to come home with you and they're super passionate about it and they're like, you know, all about it, but like your house is a mess, so you don't want to bring them back to your place, that kind of thing. That's kind of something that I'm getting there. Or you don't have the means right now to take on that passionate action moving towards you. It's very inspired. It's very creative. But it might not necessarily be something that you feel prepared to deal with at this time. Current desires for you, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You could be focused on your coin and trying to get your house in order. Your house in order. Current desires. Okay, you want to fight with somebody? You want to pick a fight? Seems like you want to pick a fight with someone, because that's what this is. Look, it looks like you want to pick a fight with someone. That's what this shows us right here. You either want to pick a fight with somebody or you want to end a fight with somebody. I'm like hearing it. It's almost like there's a Scorpio out there that's like, oh, I don't pick fights. I end them. I finish them. You know? Yeah, it's like somebody wants to. You want to either start a fight, end a fight, resolve a fight, but I feel like you're wanting to get into an argument with somebody or suss something out, hash something out, debate, engage in healthy debate. Although this is not typically healthy debate. It's usually, people beating each other over the head with sticks. For lack of a better term, right? What else? What else do we have for you, Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It didn't flip. Don't make me have to pull one for you, And it is something. Oh, there we go. Oh. Healing. Yeah, you want to heal after an argument with somebody? This is, the arrows in this are the swords, yeah? You want to heal an argument with somebody? You want to heal after conflict with somebody? You want to fight and then go home and lick your wounds? Or you want to fight and then you want it to be over and ended and healed and done with, done and dusted? You want to, okay. It's almost like there's a festering wound, and you know here, you know that you have an issue with somebody that needs to be resolved. You know that there's something here that's going to need to be addressed. You want to address it. However, there's conflict in the confrontation. There's confrontation here that has to happen in order for energy in between you and somebody else to be resolved, for something to be healed. Problem is, you've got, in order for it to be healed, there's got to be a confrontation of sorts. You've got to confront feelings that are not necessarily super comfortable, and you know there's probably going to be conflict that ensues as a result of this. But ultimately what you're looking to do is heal a situation, end the situation, and feel a sense of resolution over something that actually was painful, or is painful when you think about it. When you revisit it in your mind, it seems like it's unfinished business. It hasn't transformed, and you're trying to put it to an end. You're trying to put it to bed. There's something that you want to heal in it, And it just seems unresolved. That confrontation has to happen before that can be the case. Okay. Part what you do not expect, Scorpio. That was fast. Rather efficient, aren't we? I will pick another card just because these two came out. Oh, what you don't expect. There's been an investment of energy. And I'm saying energy. I don't know why I'm not, I don't always default to coin. But there's been a monetary, energetic, and spiritual investment created here. And the reason I say that is because time is money. And if you're investing your time, you're investing your energy, not just your time. You're not just, the dough in a situation. You're trying to put effort into something, or you had to put effort into something. And whatever you put your effort into is what is going to result in a beginning of sorts on the emotional plane. A new relationship, the rebirth of a relationship, renewal in a relationship, or the beginning of stirrings of the heart. That's what you don't expect. You do not expect that because you've put in all of the work, you planted the seeds, and now you have low-hanging fruit on a tree there that you can pluck. This is some of that low-hanging fruit. Tell us more, because they did fall. You delivered it so efficiently. What you do not expect. Tell us more about this. The investment and the resulting Ace of Cups. Tell us more. I think it's interesting also because I always see the King of Cups as your card, as your court card. And this has a crown on it. Do you see? It's got the crown. Keep going. Oh, just a sec. Things moved. Why can't we just all get along? 1 second. Stay. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Okay, come on. What else? What of it? Tell us more. Tell us more about what Scorpio does not expect. Oh. Burdens, responsibility. Is this going to result in some responsibility and burdens and weight on your shoulders? You now have a responsibility. Or you'll feel responsible to, or somebody else will feel responsible to carry on with the beginning of a relationship because you've invested something into something. Or perhaps somebody else has been investing in you. Again, you can flip the script where you feel it is most appropriate. But yeah, there are 10 wands on that, son of a bitch. Yeah. And as a result, that means that you're going to end up with either yourself or somebody else feeling a burden or of responsibility, the 10 wands on their back that they have to carry. It feels like the whole world is up on my shoulders. Same town, new story. You're going to be dealing with a Taurus. Because that's 2 sound bites that I've had from Interpol for you. And Paul Banks is lead singer of Interpol, and Paul Banks is, well, first and foremost, a formidable writer. Beautiful man. And also, of course, yeah, he's a Taurus. There's a resulting feeling of, yeah, sorry, not necessarily responsibility or burden, duty. It's duty. Thank you. That's the word, duty. You feel a sense of duty to somebody because you've invested so much time, effort, money, even, into a connection with them. Also, you began something with them and you finish what you start. Alternatively, that could be the case with them. They might feel obligated, like obligation, like there's a sense of obligation because you've invested so much material resources, so many of your energetic resources to them that they might feel obligated to be in a relationship with you. But I don't necessarily think that's the case. I would hope that's not the case. You know, why bother? You know, that's such an asshole thing to do to somebody, is be like, well, I'm going to stick around because I felt obligated to. It's like, well, gee, thanks. Fuck off, don't do me any favors. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a sense of duty. You feel a sense of duty to somebody. It's what you did not expect, though, here, right? You didn't expect that you would feel a sense of duty to somebody. Yeah. That you would feel connected to them because you invested your time and you invested coin and you began something with them. Or something began and bloomed, and now there's a sense of duty associated with that you feel responsible for that individual. I do know Scorpio who used to do that. He used to do that. He felt the need to make sure that things were fixed up, that if there was something that I needed, that it was taken care of. And it was kind of low key. But even though we weren't a couple when we were seeing each other, he would call me every day on his way home from work, even just to say hello and let me know what he was doing. And it was yeah. it was a sense of duty. It was like one of those things where you show up with his toolbox and hang, you know, fix things. And it's very sweet and very low key. And it was at the time, it was the time investment. For your near future, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, you might be a Sag, Scorpio cusp, you particularly, because for some reason I was moving stuff around, getting ready for the next set of readings that I'm gonna do, and the dice is on Sagittarius right now. After I mess around with it, trying to show you all your stuff. In the near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse here. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, there we go. And that's Capricorn energy. Feminine Capricorn energy. That is the female who takes all the supplies that the King of Pentacles brings into the home, and she takes that house and she makes it a home. She takes all the supplies and she creates the luxury and comfort and finery that makes that space into a home space. She's about the linens, she's about the scented candles, she's about the music, the atmosphere, the lighting, the food, the wine, the ambiance, the good music. The person who brings the comfort but is very ambitious individual is somebody who speaks to the success and the potential of achievement in others, you know, from a dark, quietly confident space, you know. Being that they're in the reverse, this can be somebody who's dealing with temptation, addiction issues, probably not so much addiction issues as greed. Think of the devil, but the negative side of the devil. Somebody who skates on the outer boundary of indulgence. Do you know? Ooh, one sec. I gotta go check the stuff on the stove. Hi, yeah, sorry. So what of that Capricorn? It's because it's in the reverse. This is somebody who's they're breaking the rules a little bit as far as indulgence goes. Could also be that they're angered or they don't feel comfortable in the home space. They might be feeling like their finances aren't in order, or like there's a lack of ambition, something like that. Tell us more about this near future for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Trying to catch them. This one. Eight of Cups in the reverse, reconciliation, not necessarily walking away from something, unfinished business in the realms of the heart. Is that why? Is that why? Because not walking away from what would normally be something that somebody would abandon in search of self-love and then the ultimate of an emotional fulfillment. Is this why the Queen of Pentacles is in unrest? Because they didn't walk away from something? Or because they keep on revisiting something that has a sense of pain? Yeah, like it's like returning to the scene of the crime to examine where one went wrong or where one could have done better. Bang your head against the wall, see if it still hurts. It's still gonna hurt. Right? Nonetheless, in the near future, Page of Cups, there's an apology, small emotional communication coming in. There isn't really much to expand on there. Again, it is a small communication. Could also be something to do with a water sign child. But I kind of think of it as a small, gentle, quiet also kind of occurs to me here is that it's a quiet, gentle communication, almost shy, you know, like, hey, you know, just wanted to dot dot dot, something like that. Very small, not at all overt, right? Because the communication comes in, this isn't the distant future, by the way. Because the communication comes in small, I almost feel like it speaks volumes to you as the recipient of it, because typically the person that is delivering it would be a little bit more flamboyant or have a larger personality, and so because they're coming in diminishing their personality, you can see that it's something important that they want to communicate, or something that they want to say is kind of like a big deal, because they're not kind of crashing through the door like they normally would. They're not being big about it. Lastly, for you, Scorpio, long distance, future. You're at a distance right now? Seeing things from a distance? Or they are? You're at a distance. You're not in the same place as the individual who's saying this to you in the future. You're far away. Whoa, that's a lot. That's too many. It's too many. Now the page of coins stuck down, so we got to take that one. A peace offering. There's definitely an apology here. Wasting one's time. There's an apology about wasting one's time, because this is an apology card. This is about time, peace offering. Also about contracts and offers. There's communication here about an offer as well. Somebody actually, if this isn't somebody who's a past or present or some significant relationship to you, these could be children, 2 children, or an earth child and a water child. It could also just be that somebody is coming back with their tail between their legs to offer you a contract that they hadn't previously, because guess what? You told them so about something, right? Hey, I know you were right. Like, you know, I know that I said this, and this, but you were right. And so I'm coming back, and, you know, I'd really like to work with you, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. That actually occurs to me more than anything else. Bottom of the deck for you. There you are. There you are. Didn't I say the King of Cups? You know, owning it, owning your heart space, owning your emotions, confidently presiding over them, understanding where you should yield and where you should withhold your emotions, your heart space from others, right? What is best in that regard? Anyway, let's get your magnetic poetry, and then we'll be done. Oh wait, numbers of significance first, sorry. Scorpio's numbers of significance for this month, for October. Somebody's making a joke about how they'd like to play lottery. 6, 2, 3, and 11, which is a 2. Yeah, now we'll do your magnetic poetry. We'll dig deep. We'll stir them up. We've got some that fell out. Okay. I'm putting them in list format so nobody thinks that I'm making like sentences. Oh, we'll get some more because that was just an accident. Letter S. Somebody's in the Eastern time zone. So that's like super broad and general, Ashley. Like, God, could you be any more of a cold reader? Here you go. That's what I got for you. So I hope everything works out. We'll see you when we see you next. Thanks for watching, and let me know if anything resonated by doing this, and if you like what I do, which of course this is like literally 30 minutes of everything that I've ever done in the history of YouTube, but still, subscribe, you'll see. And we'll see you when we see you next. While I'm in this period of transition into new cameras and new lighting and new decks and new spreads and okay, bye.